Hey guys, Zexis here, bringing you guys a bow combo guide this time. In this guide, we're going to go over bows' different true combos, how much dex they require, which ones you should use in which situation, how much damage they do, etc. So let's get started. Downlight into Nlight on bow is going to do 26 damage. It's going to be the easiest downlight combo on bow in my opinion, so if you're just picking up bow, this is the first one I would learn. When doing this combo, it's going to work from any range, so far away works just fine. If you're close up, it's not going to hit unless you do that. So if you notice I turned around, I'll do it one more time. Boom, we'll slow-mo it real quick. So yeah, if you're really close and you're hitting the starting of the hitbox, then you're going to have to turn around, boom, and throw out your Nlight. So this is an important one to learn, so I highly recommend it. Dlight Nair is going to do 28 damage. It's going to be a really good damage builder, and it's going to set up juggles as well. So it looks like this from mid-range. So pretty easy, downlight, jump, Nair. Now from far, if you do jump straight up, like I tried to mid-range, or like I did mid-range, it's not going to hit. So what you have to do here, you have to do like a slight jump diagonal to hit it true. Let's rewind it to show real quick. Oh, I wish you could rewind stuff faster. Okay, so boom, jump, diagonal, and then throw out the Nair. So that's going to make it hit true if you're a little farther. Now, if you're close, like there, you're going to go past, so your Nair won't hit. So for this one, what you can do, boom, we'll show that. For this one, you do a turnaround Nair. So a lot easier if you have prioritized neutral over side on, but it works either way. So if you hit like that part of the hitbox, then you're going to jump, turn around, and throw out your Nair. Now this combo is going to kill at 190. So if they're in like a really late percent, it is a true kill option. Downlight into Recovery is going to do 28 damage. It looks like this. Downlight, jump, recovery. So for this combo, it works at long range. So back here, it'll work at 0. As damage builds up, it's going to work from closer. So for example, if I'm right here, it's not going to work. But if I go all the way up to kill percent, so 170, this will kill at, it is going to hit. Now, obviously, that wasn't the biggest range difference. That was from like here to here, but it is helpful to know. So this is your kill combo on bow, the earliest kill combo anyway. So this kills, yes, at 170. So really good to learn this one, so you have another kill option in your book. And yeah. Downlight into Sair is going to work on 6 dex plus. Right now I'm on dex stance for this to work on Azoth, since he's usually 5 dex. On 5 dex, it's still a useful combo to know, but it will be 1 dodge frame. So this combo is going to do 25 damage, and it's good for putting opponents off stage. It looks like this. Let's do that one more time. Hit it true. Okay, so now we're going to go back for a sec. So just to show you guys, depending how far you are away from your opponent for this combo, you're going to have to drift. So for example, after the downlight there, I had to jump and move towards them a little bit. Now, if you're really close, let's say here, you'll notice I had to jump straight up. And if you're really, really close, it won't work. So in the example of being like here, what you're gonna have to do is do a jump and turn around. So we'll go back and show that real quick. So if you're hitting like this part of the hitbox, boom, you're gonna have to jump, turn around, Sair for this one to be true. Something real quick that I forgot to mention, This combo is only going to work at 6 decks and up as well. On 5 decks, it's going to be 1 dodge frame. This is on 5 decks. And below that, it's going to be 2. So that's something to note as well. But 1 dodge frame is pretty good anyway. Like a lot of other weapons, Sair into Neutral Light is going to be true on bow. Now, this is going to do 31 damage. And depending on how damaged the opponent is, you're going to have to follow them on the ground a little bit. Because there's a lot of stun frames from a side light. So it looks like this. One more time. Boom. So we'll go back. Now this works until about 40 damage, by the way. And here you go. So you have to hit the Sair grounded. After the Sair, you're going to have to move towards them. And then throw out the Nlight. Now we'll go back one more time. You notice that I hit the side air really close to me. This is pretty important. If you hit the side air farther away, you're not going to make it to them. So the side air has to be hit very close. Side light into neutral light is going to do 34 damage, and it's going to work on any decks. I've gotten this to work up until about 50 damage true. For this one to work, the side light's going to have to be like stacked. It looks like this. So we'll go back quickly. When you do side light into neutral light, so once again, stacked basically for the side light, boom. After the side light, you might have noticed, but that's a dash. So to do that, you input the down direction and press your dodge button. So a dash, not a chase dodge. And then you're gonna throw out your Nlight. So that one's pretty tough and it'll take a bit of work. It's tough for me too, I miss it all the time. But it's pretty useful if you're hitting a stacked Nlight and if you can react fast enough to do that combo to get a bit of extra damage. Down air into neutral light is going to be a really useless combo, but I'm going to show it to you guys anyway. The reason it's going to be useless is it's going to only work at 0 damage, and you need a really certain situation for it to work. Any dex is going to work though, and 34 damage is what it's gonna deal. So I'll show you guys real quick. Looks like this. Boom. So it's a grounded Dair. It's like right when you hit the ground. I'll go back so I can show you guys that. So with higher dex characters, you're able to hit the down air more stacked, and other characters you have to be a little past them. But as you can see, I'm like on the ground when I do that Dair, and straight into Nlight. So this one, yeah, pretty useless, but it is a combo nonetheless. Side light into jump dodge Nair is going to work up until about 60 damage, and it's going to do 34 damage. It's going to work on any dex, and it looks like this. So for this one, the side light has to be stacked, and I'll quickly show you guys what I did. So stack side light, boom, into a jump, immediate dodge. There, I barely left the ground. Dodge towards them, into a Nair. This one will take a bit of practice, and yeah, it is useful. You can get it up until about 60. Neutral light into neutral air is going to do 34 damage, and it's going to work on any dex up until about 60 damage. For this one, the Nlight has to be stacked. It looks like this. Boom. Like that. You can be a little farther away, like that as well. But yeah, this is a pretty good one, and I'll show you why in a bit, but you're able to make a bit longer of a combo with this one. But yeah, Nlight jump Nair, really useful up until about 60. So we're going to get into some 3-hit combos now, and some of them are going to be ones that we did before, but putting them together. So the first one's going to be down light into neutral light into a jump Nair, which is going to do 44 damage. It works until about 20 damage, and it has a 7 dex requirement. Looks like this. Like that. We'll go back, show it real quick. You have to hit the Dlight close enough for the Nlight not to miss for this one, but that's really the only thing about it. So pretty easy. Dlight, Nlight, jump, neutral air. So really useful combo if you're getting a downlight into neutral light at lower percent. So this next combo is just going to be a extension of the useless down air neutral light combo. So obviously this one's only going to work at 0 as well, and it's going to do 52 damage. It looks like this. We'll go back real quick. So yeah, once again stacked or a little bit past them, but grounded Dair into neutral light, jump Nair. So yeah, only works at 0 damage, so pretty useless, but thought I'd show you guys that one anyway. The last combo we're going to cover in this guide is going to be a side light into either a chase dodge or a dash, neutral light, jump Nair. It's going to do 50 damage, and it requires stacked spacing on the side light, and it's going to look like this. Okay, so I'll slow-mo this one real quick, but pretty useful if you're already doing the stacked side light into Nlight. Obviously, there's not too many chances to use this. Stacked side light happens kind of rarely, but just show you it real quick. Side light dashed into a neutral light, into a jump Nair right away. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, make sure to hit that sub button and to check out my other tutorials. As well as that, I'll leave my social medias down below if you guys want to check that out. And hope you guys have a good new year. Peace.